Recently, there's been talk of mosquitoes and worms teaming up to wreak havoc in Huntington Beach.
I'm Phil Sterling with Channel 33, and I'm here at the headquarters of Professional Mosquito Swatting, the Orange County Vector Control District, to talk with Heather Highland to get to the bottom of this.
The Orange County Vector Control District has been terminating pests since 1947 and helps the community understand how to protect themselves from them. So what is all this talk about mosquitoes and worms? I'm really uncomfortable with that, but I'm here because I hope you guys will hold my hand through this.
So recently, as people have heard on the news, we have found heartworm detections in Huntington Beach, Seal Beach, and Fullerton. What this means is that out of 260 samples, 4 came out positive for dog heartworm in those cities. So when you compare it to 260 to 4, we're at a low risk right now, but we are urging people to stay proactive, to stay diligent, to protect their pets. And the issue that we're having with this specific species that can transmit dog's heartworm is called the Aedes mosquito, A-E-D-E-S. It's the tiny black and white striped mosquito that you're seeing floating around during the day. It tends to breed in small containers in backyards. So they are backyard breeders. So while we're conducting wide area control, we're urging residents to take responsibility for their backyards, really look around for standing water, even in the tiniest places where they can breed. Because if you eliminate the source, you eliminate the risk. Something that we're looking forward to in the future and what other vector control agencies are looking at is a technique called the sterile insect technique. So it's something that we're looking into, and that would be sending out sterilized males to mate with the wild females. And remember that mosquitoes, in the mosquito world, only females bite. The males do not bite. So we would be sending out non-biting mosquitoes to try and reduce the population of Aedes because they are so aggressive.
This mosquito neutering technique involves UV light and will take a few years before we can see it in action, if you're into that kind of thing. But since it's not here now, I paid a visit to Huntington Beach's very own Meredith Bronner to learn how to protect pups today. First of all, who is that?
This is Bella. She is one of our beautiful little Shih Tzus.
How do I protect my fur babies from these blood-sucking parasites?
Right. The best protection is to get them on heartworm prevention. So to call your vet, set up an appointment, and then get them started on a preventative.
How do I know if my pet has these worms? Do they have any symptoms, or do I come here every year to check up on that?
Definitely, I would recommend one every year. Even being on heartworm prevention, we can see some breakthrough infections, so they can still be positive even on the prevention, so it's best to test them every year.
Experts are great, but their advice can only go as far as people are willing to take it. So I sat down with a local dog owner to see what they thought about all this.
I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
And Jennifer, who's this?
This is Kira.
Hey, Kira. So what do you think about the heartworm medication, the preemptive heartworm medication that you can use for your pets against these worms?
I think preventative care is probably a great thing to have on hand. I don't know much about it, but I am all about vector control. I don't want my dog to get sick. We take care of all her vaccinations, try to keep her all safe and healthy. So I'm looking forward to reading more about it and see how I can contribute.
Okay, and then the Vector Control Agency recommends that you dump out pretty much any standing water that you can, even very tiny amounts that can breed in your backyard. You'll probably do that as well when you can, right?
Absolutely. I don't want to leave any bottles and cans out, my little recycling bin outside. Try to keep things dry. I'll be more cognizant of it, especially knowing there's mosquitoes that can harbor heartworms for my dog. It's noteworthy.
All right, and then the Vector Control Agency, they want to introduce sterile males into the population to breed out the existing population. But I think that's kind of futuristic, don't you think? What if we had neighborhood watch programs where we would go out and zap them with mosquito swatters, whatever? What do you think about that one?
So satisfying, the little bop, bop, zap.
They are. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I'm game to do that too.
All right. Kira, what do you think? Huh?
Kira, what do you think? You have something to say? Want to lick the microphone?
That's what I thought. All right, signing out.